Hello, I am Mark Archibald, and this is Barbie Patterson, and we are today joined by Tim and Kallie Hutton. How are you folks doing today?
Doing good, thanks.
Doing well.
Good. So Tim and Kallie are with Canadian Baptist Ministries. They're our mission partners in Bolivia. Tim and Kallie, can you tell us about how you got to Bolivia in the first place? What led you there?
Sure. I don't know if we ever really planned on this. Like this wasn't a goal that we were always working towards to come and serve in Bolivia. But looking back, we can see how God was preparing us and guiding us all along the way. Through things like learning a second language. Growing up, we learned French, which really set us up well for being able to learn Spanish once we moved here. Just our passions around travel and learning about different cultures and wanting to be challenged in that way. And I think just also a desire that both of us had to be servants. I think God has given us both very compassionate hearts and the skills needed kind of for this sort of ministry. So when we originally came to Bolivia, we were only planning on staying for about 10 months as volunteers. And then after the 10 months were over, we thought, we'll stay one more year. And during that year, we realized there's nothing else that we would want to be doing with our lives, that this is where God was calling us to the different roles of service. There was work here for both of us, and it was work that we were passionate about, working with people, working with development projects, working with the seminary, and so we applied to be full-time field staff from the field, and that is almost 8 years ago, a little over 8 years ago now. So
that's
yeah.
Excellent. That's excellent. So I guess what kind of things do you think of when you think of, I mean, you're in Bolivia, but what things are highlights for you about living in Bolivia? What do you really appreciate about living there?
Maybe oddly, Kallie mentioned the challenges. Going outside our front door can be a challenge every day. There's just little things like public transportation, having to learn new around medical or automotive issues. We like the little challenges that come with life here, and some of the, I guess, bonding that you have as people are oftentimes locals are facing the same challenges. So the bureaucracy or trying to get tasks done, you form little groups and you get it done together. I think that's just the day-to-day, that's a part I enjoy, is being challenged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that life it's never boring. There's always something new, something that is just a little bit different and pushes us beyond our comfort zone. And yeah, I almost crave that challenge now. To live without it would seem a little strange.
Mm-hmm. Bolivia is also very diverse, and so when you go to different parts of the country, it almost feels like a new country, where some places are in the lowlands, very humid and tropical, and other places are high in the mountains and cold. And the way that people dress, speak, and kind of go about life is different. And so that's always stimulating as well, and to remember that our partners are diverse. I think just like in Canada, not every church or every province is the same. And it's not that they're necessarily in conflict, they just have different passions and vision for where they see themselves going. And I enjoy stepping into that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there a specific project that you'd like to tell us about that's kind of forefront right now for you?
Yeah, we were thinking about this, and we each have one that we kind of want to share a little bit about. One of the areas that we work a lot in terms of development is with vulnerable children. So we have quite a few different vulnerable children's projects, some that work with kids connected with the prison, some that work with kids who are just living in poverty. And then there are smaller ones throughout churches kind of all across the country. And one of the biggest challenges that they're facing right now is what's going on with school and education. So with COVID, they switched to try to do online learning, which is really difficult in a country that has no infrastructure to allow for that. And they've realized this year that full online learning, which is mostly messaging via WhatsApp and sometimes video calls, but it doesn't work well, and the kids are not learning. So they've been trying to do like 1 week where the kids will come to school and then 2 weeks where they don't, and they'll do it in rotation. And it's all just a very confusing mess. So for parents, it's been very difficult, especially for parents in our projects who themselves struggle. A lot of them are illiterate, or if you can imagine having 5 kids and maybe one cell phone that everyone is trying to do their schoolwork on that one phone. And so our projects have kind of been trying to pivot and adapt to that. So trying to set up things like making sure that they have good Wi-Fi, getting rotations of kids to come in to be able to get help with their homework for when their parents can't help them explain. They've been getting donations from churches here of laptops and phones and different devices that the kids can use to be able to connect and get on to do their schoolwork. And so for us, that's been a pretty cool shift, I guess. And it's been really nice to see not only the kids be blessed by this, but also the parents, and a way to kind of continue reaching out to the families beyond just the kids in the project. And so that's been an encouraging thing that's been going on with our projects.
In rural areas, the challenge has often been income streams. Often people will travel for a period of time, especially the men of the home, to do construction work, something along those lines, and bring in a little bit of cash beyond what they produce. But because of COVID restrictions and travel restrictions, people have been dependent on purely what they can produce from their land. So we've, for a while, had some agricultural initiatives where we help people start goat farming or expand their goat farming, chickens, different fruits like papaya particularly. And just recently we started doing beekeeping. And beekeeping makes a lot of sense in certain regions where we work because of the environment and because it's not overly demanding. It's a bit technical and you have to know how to do it well, but it doesn't require attention every day. And when men do travel, women and teenagers are capable of caring for it as well. So we've been really leaning into this new beekeeping initiative with the hopes that it will provide us another income stream that can help families be sustainable. And part of our hope is to purchase it from them and sell it to our churches in the bigger cities and kind of promote it as kind of honey for missions. And all the profits would go back into these projects and make them a bit more sustainable, and helping churches catch a vision too for participating in national level missions. So that's been fun. It's definitely been a learning curve for myself personally. We have some great partners who are experts in beekeeping, and that's essential. And it's fun to work with people in the rural areas who really like this new challenge and are looking forward to the potential that it has.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, Tim, have you been stung?
Been stung, and Callie's seen many videos where I'm taking a video and then all of a sudden I drop my camera. But I'm not allergic. That's the good part.
Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
I'm not allergic.
Oh, that is very good. This would not be a good way to find out. So in terms of your continued work with Bolivia, what are some ways that people can connect with what you're doing, maybe stay more updated with the things that you're working on, or connect with you in that ministry?
There are a few different ways to connect with us. One is to sign up for our newsletter. So we try and write newsletters and send them out throughout the year. And you can sign up for that on our website, which is another way to stay connected with us, which is just timandkallie.com. And the website tells about our ministry, a bit about our context here. And then we also, on our website, is our blog. So we'll try and do updates that are a little bit more focused and in depth, with some photos on our blog. So it's a different way, a different medium than the newsletter, to kind of get some more details in the work that we're doing.
CBM also has a website called cbmin.org, and you can also follow them on Facebook at Canadian Baptist Ministries. They often highlight ourselves personally, but a lot of what's going on in missions around the world. And a lot of our vision that's being implemented here in Bolivia is relevant globally as well. But they put out a lot of information that helps you just kind of keep in touch with current missions trends and global realities, I guess, happening.
Yeah, we just took part in Solidarity Sunday a couple of weeks ago, and so you folks were part of our service then. And so it was good to see you then as well. So
Awesome.
excellent. Well, we will make sure that we share those things, and yeah, we're very grateful for your time with us today. So thanks for taking the time to talk to us and to hear more about what missions are happening in Bolivia.
No problem. Thanks to you.
The last time that Tim and Kallie were in Lethbridge sharing with us their ministry in Bolivia, they gave us this painting. This painting was painted by Kallie, and so it's a great reminder to us whenever you are in the West Wing and you see this painting, you can remember Tim and Kallie, their ministry in Bolivia, and the work of CBM, and you can lift them up in prayer.